Yo, people, lateness is greatness. Welcome back into the cut. You already know what time it is. It's time for another watch along. I've got the new kit. It's growing on me ever so slightly. But I'm not gonna lie, the yellow kit is the goat right now. It's looking goated. Big up to everybody watching now. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Usually I do try to start an hour before the game kicks off. So I was trying to start at 2, but it was just way too much stuff going on in the background to start that early. Let me see if I can get this shared as well, because I haven't even shared this. Have not even shared this. But big up to everybody in the chat. I have been watching the Man United game. Man United have absolutely cooked Leeds. They're 5-1 up in injury time now. And Pogba's been incredible. Like, yes, the goals are from Bruno Fernandes. He's been making those runs. He's basically a Dele Alli. This is what I'm starting to see now. He's basically a Dele Alli, but actually bangs in the goals. Do you know what I mean? He's always making those runs in behind the defensive line. He's always looking to get on the end of things. He's not really gonna be the one that is focusing on creating, and that's good, because that's where Pogba does his job. And Pogba's been brilliant in that game. He's literally been the main man. So yeah, it's been interesting to see them do that. Greenwood, obviously a great finisher as well. Our youngsters could learn a thing or two from finishing like that. I mean, literally just left foot across the goalkeeper, off the post and in. Very, very accurate finishing. Very, very composed. Even running at speed. Just a very mature finish. So hopefully our attackers have been watching. I mean, they probably haven't. But hopefully our attackers are going to take something away from that and try and put some goals past Palace today, because coming into this game, people, I've been very, very worried about our attack. I've been very, very worried about our finishing. So listen, we can only pray. We can only pray. But big up to the live chat. The lineups at the bottom of your screen. I'll give you my thoughts now. So obviously Mendy is in goal. Trevor Chalobah gets his Premier League debut for Chelsea as well, which is great to see. Christensen, Rudiger. So it was, I think, the graphic that I put up in my preview, my prediction in the end. Azpilicueta, Jorginho, Kovacic. Alonso, obviously Kante out, Pulisic, Werner and Mason Mount. So it's an interesting one. Obviously, Trevor Chalobah, first of all, great to see him in the starting 11 with that debut there in the Premier League for us. Big opportunity for him. Obviously, he's taken out Zuma, which again, I did say in the preview, it's a bit weird that Zuma is in the team, considering that he will probably be on his way out. So I think now the time to start blooding in players that are probably more likely to be with the first team this season. And again, it's a shop window. If Chelsea are still serious about bringing in Jules Koundé, and they want to find a Premier League loan for Trevor Chalobah, then you need to play him. You need to get him on the shop window, play him with some games. Someone said there's no striker. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, Timo Werner is kind of meant to be the striker. It's awkward. I mean, listen, Timo Werner is the striker in this system. How much you actually believe in him to do his job, that's another question. KG's obviously had to watch that Leeds defeat to Manchester United. That's long. That is a long day, KG, bro. Big up to you, but bloody hell, man. 5-1. I mean, Saeed's going to be popping bottles in Big Six. I already know. Bruno walks away with the match ball is quite ridiculous. But yeah, when it comes down to this lineup, Timo Werner is the striker. He's going to be the one at the top of the pitch. Now, again, Palace are probably going to play a low block and hit us on the break. I'm going to get their team up for you guys now as well. But they're probably going to hit us, they're going to probably hit us on the break. So it's a difficult one when it comes to how Timo Werner is really going to take advantage of a low block, when we all know his specialties lie in running in behind and taking advantage of the left channel. So Mason Mount and Pulisic alongside him. Mason Mount, I expected him to play in the behind closed door game tomorrow, so I'm not sure if that's still going ahead, but he starts as well. Obviously, he didn't look great when he came on against Villarreal, obviously not physically fit and sharp, so that's an interesting one as well, that inclusion. The wing backs with Azpilicueta coming in, bit defensive in my opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of Azpilicueta, Azpilicueta playing right wing back, especially at home to Crystal Palace. So maybe that's to just give Trevor Chalobah that extra protection. especially when he is making his competitive debut in the Premier League. But Azpilicueta at right wing back for me is a little bit restrictive, so I'm not best pleased with that. What are you saying, bro?
So OBS thing. I know how to do it.
All right, cool. Well, we'll save it for the next game. Yeah?
I know how to do it.
Yeah, but it's an OBS thing. Yeah. All right, cool. Jorginho, Kova in the pivot, Alonso at left wing back, Pulisic, Werner, Mason Mount. So yeah, listen, that double pivot, a lot of people have got question marks. Some people are not best pleased with that pivot. Obviously, Kante's missing. This is where the cries and the worries for a fourth choice midfielder come in. And listen, at the end of the day, we do need to look at bringing in a fourth midfielder. Even before that injury, that was pivotal. I'm going to have Crystal Palace's lineup coming up to you as well in just a second. In terms of the question, I saw someone said, "Am I confident? Do I believe in Timo Werner?" Listen, I believe in Timo Werner to get into the right positions. I believe in Timo Werner to work his arse off in the counter press. I believe in Timo Werner to apply himself 100%. Do I believe in him to finish his chances? No, he hasn't shown any evidence as of yet that he's got the composure in front of goal to take those chances. So until he does, it's a little bit of more hope than expectation. So it's one of those situations where you just have to hope and pray, man. It's not the ideal in terms of the team that he's coming up against as well. Palace are going to be very physical at the back. They're going to be backing into him. He's not going to be winning any aerial duels with Mark Guehi and Konate at the back. Mark Guehi is very, very good in the air, despite his height not being completely, 6'6" levels. I'm sorry if it's jogging ever so slightly. I'm just typing in the Palace lineup now. But yeah, Mark Guehi's no stranger to winning aerial duels, and Konate is very physically imposing as well. So, and also Mark Guehi's quite quick. So it's going to be a long day for Timo Werner. I really do hope that he stands up to the task, but this is not the ideal centre forward to play in a game like this, I must say. So let's see how he gets on, but it's certainly not ideal, and it's going to be a difficult day for him, I must say. He spoke about it before in terms of Premier League, how physical it is. The fact that he's been a bit shocked by the physicality, or it's definitely taken him by surprise in terms of having to adapt. He said that last season. I haven't really seen his physique change too much since he's come back in pre-season. He's still the same slim guy, obviously looking to take advantage of his pace, which is great. But it also means that if that's the case, then you could get bodied. You could get bodied by the defenders that we're speaking of here. Zaha does start for Palace as well. Zaha does start on that left-hand side. And I think that's probably the reason why why Chelsea have gone with Azpilicueta at right wing-back, because they know Wilfried Zaha is going to be playing in that role. Reece James maybe is not ready to play this game. Again, he hasn't had much time in terms of fitness and match preparation. So I think because of Wilfried Zaha down at left-hand side, that's why he's decided to go with Azpilicueta at right wing-back and give Trevor Chalobah that extra protection. That does mean that I expect Alonso to absolutely fly forward in this system and in this team. We know the team lacks goals. We know the team is not the most prolific up front and they struggle. And Marcos Alonso is not a struggler in front of goal. He's going to look to get far forward, and maybe the formation will be a bit it won't be completely symmetrical, with Alonso getting really far forward on the left-hand side and looking to get goals, looking to get on the back post, looking to maybe win headers as well, because we know, like I said, those centre-backs are very physically imposing. So I do hope and pray that Alonso is going to be very far forward in this system, and he is going to find a way to get himself on the score sheet, because I think that's Chelsea's main goal threat, to be honest. Pulisic has got a lot to prove. We've said it before in terms of the attackers being on surveillance. Crime Watch starts at 3 people. If I see any messing about from these attackers, Crime Watch starts immediately. But I have to say, Pulisic and Mason Mount, they need to be prepared to get in amongst the goals as well, because it's a long day, people. It's a long day. This team have just played 120 minutes against Villarreal. Then they went to penalties, and that's why you can see Kai Havertz is not in the team. He's absolutely dead on his feet. And, he really struggled to take that penalty and eventually missed. So someone's saying Timo Werner's on fraud watch. Oh, man, you guys kill me. I'm not going to disagree. Nah, listen, it's too early for fraud watch, to be all honest, people. It's too early for that. It's just hope, man. We just have to hope that he gets his shooting boots on, because we really do need him firing. And I need us to score the first goal. I know a few people were predicting that potentially we would, go behind first and then score afterwards. Yeah, I'm not really gonna hang my hat on Chelsea coming from behind in a game when I know that we struggled to score. We definitely need to get the first goal. So yeah, it's. But let me see what your score predictions are in the chat. Let's get some score predictions from everybody. Someone said Timo Werner hat trick. We've got two polar opposites. So yeah, it's a difficult one. This game's not live as well, so it's really frustrating for a lot of the people that couldn't go to the game today, because the Matthew Harding stand I don't think was quite ready. So that's a massive frustration for a lot of people as well. I've got 3-0, I've got 1-1, 2-0, 3-1, 1-1. So far we've got wins and draws predicted. Interesting, very, very interesting. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one to predict, because we know Palace are going to come out the doors. They're going to come out the traps flying. They're a team that are dangerous with Zaha in their team. It's not going to be easy. I've got a 0-0 in there as well. I've got a 0-0 in there. Oh, Eunice has just gone live. Let me see. Try to get his attention. 1-1, 1-0. Okay. It's an interesting one, people. It's not easy to predict, I must say. I said 2-0, but that was before Ziyech came down with the injury. Now I'm not so sure, because our main goal threat is gone. I don't know what Mason Mount's level is going to be at. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't playing very well today. As we know, he hasn't had a preseason. That Villarreal game was the first minutes that we saw of him coming off the bench. So it's very hard to expect things from Mason when we know he hasn't had the time to get fit. So it's not easy. Let me just put out this on Twitter. 2-0, 4-0, 6-0. Yeah, you're on crack, bro. You are on crack. Oh, I'm telling you, you're absolutely on crack for that suggestion. Oh, man. But Man United have really come out the traps flying on this game, man. It's not worrying, not going to say that, because we know how it is with Man United, but it's a very, very good start, and it deserves praise. It deserves recognition. It deserves some sort of, note it down in your notepad, so to speak, because it was a very, very good performance. Now, listen, Leeds are not the most, they're not the most defensive team in the world. They do leave space. They do allow teams to create chances against them. I said that a lot last season. They only managed to tighten the ship towards the end of the season, maybe the second half of the season. But at the start of last season, they were extremely open. They let teams create chances. It's very much end to end, and it's very much chaotic cage football. So it's not a massive surprise that Manchester United have managed to get some goals in this game. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself that I didn't make Bruno Fernandes my captain on FPL. I had him as vice captain. So I have Mohamed Salah as captain. So that's a little bit disappointing. But it is what it is. Yeah, there's not really much I can do, I'm not a mind reader, but I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. The tweets of support for Timo Werner are flying up now on Twitter, as they should be. Big game, honestly, for him. I think him and Pulisic in particular, because we know Mason Mount hasn't had much time in pre-season, but him and Pulisic, they are the guys that you need to be looking out for in terms of we desperately need some We desperately need somebody up front to finish. Let me see now. All right. Daka. Let it go. Let's go, Timo. We should have swapped Daniel for Jesus Christ. Havertz is shattered. It's not really a massive surprise to me that Havertz is not in this team. He is absolutely shattered. So at the end of the day, I've said it before, player welfare is very important. 120 minutes and then to play immediately afterwards is very difficult. Extremely difficult. Let me see. But yeah, he's absolutely shattered. Trevor Chalobah starting is very, 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 very good for him. And it is for Chelsea either way, because if we're keeping him this season, then it's good to see what he looks like at Premier League level coming up against Wilfried Zaha on that left-hand side. And if he is going out on loan, then at least then he's in the shop window. So I'm very happy to see him. I'm not worried about him. He's played a lot of first-team football in his career. He was on loan last season in Ligue 1, so it's literally just like purchasing a centre-back that had a really good season in Ligue 1. You wouldn't be, very worried if you believe in your scouts to do their business. He's had a good year, so yeah, I can't complain. I can't complain whatsoever. Big up to everybody watching now. Smash up the likes. Let's see. With Crystal Palace's team, like I said, the centre-backs are an issue because they're very physically imposing. Mark Guehi's an absolute beast. You're going to see that today. You're going to see how physically, he is, how strong he is, how good aerially he is. Not that Werner's probably going to give him the toughest test in the air. Very good ball-playing centre-back. He's going to look to step up potentially if Palace are looking to play out from the back. If they're just going to launch it, I highly doubt, because I don't think they have the most imposing striker up front. Wilfried Zaha, Ayew, and who is the other person in their front three? But yeah, Mark Guehi's certainly going to be on it. Konate is going to be on it. So that's going to be a difficult challenge for Timo Werner today. MacArthur and Sloop in midfield. Their midfield is not the strongest. I definitely think we can win the midfield battle with Jorginho and Kova and Mason Mount dropping in as well. We should be able to dominate that easily, if I'm honest. There should be no issues with us dominating the midfield. We're more than good enough to dominate that midfield. We're more than good enough to knock it about and have possession. Did you put Havertz in your FPL? You should never have done that, Tristan. Yeah. I haven't got any Chelsea players in my FPL yet because I don't know what Chelsea players are going to be starting. I'm waiting for Lukaku to be back for Arsenal, and then I might make room for him to come into the team for the Arsenal game. But apart from that, you can't predict who's starting for Chelsea at the moment when everybody's come back late from the game in pre-season. Let's see. Let's see. I know I'm going to raid someone else's stream. ESPN departs. I almost put Havertz in. See, this is what I'm saying. You can't risk it with Havertz because you absolutely know he's struggling to make that cut after the game against Villarreal, guys. You saw the penalty miss. He was extremely jaded. He was extremely tired, and it's very, very difficult for you guys to then expect him to. It's very difficult for you guys then to expect him to make this game. This is going to be a very physically demanding game for whoever's up front, which is obviously Timo Werner. I've just named the centre backs. Havertz would have been. I don't know. I don't think he would have been able to get through it. And I think Tuchel knows that, and I think that's why he pulled off Werner in that game as well for Villarreal. I think he obviously had to balance the books there in that respective. Because Werner's a good penalty taker as well, so he could have easily stayed on for those penalties, but it is what it is. Let's see. Definitely a raid. Definitely a raid. The Super Cup shafted us. I'm not going to lie. it's never ideal to play. Sorry, I'll stop leaning on my table. It's never ideal to play 120 minutes of football before a Premier League game on the opening day of the season when Palace have literally won 4 games out of 5, and they are very, very much looking comfortable in terms of their preparation. They haven't had, obviously, the game that we had. They haven't had anybody disturbing them. Now, obviously, like, look, this is why you have a big squad, people. You want these distractions. You want these issues. You want to be playing the Super Cup game. You want to be competing for trophies. We have the Club World Cup. The same complaints are going to come in as well when we play against the teams in that competition. We're going to have to go up against teams in December, and it's going to disrupt our Premier League season. I'm not sure if there's a winter break or how that's going to work, but we're going to have a lot of fixtures. So, don't be surprised if that's the case. Let me see if I can get it up as well, because we do not want to miss this, do we, people? So yeah, it's at this point, people, I really can't complain. Of course, it would have been nice to have it on a Sunday, but can't really complain. We know the situation we're in. We've been shagged before, so it's not like as if we're any stranger to what's happening right now. We are well aware of us being shagged on a regular basis. That's not something that that doesn't take place. Whereas Anita's never going to be on these watch-alongs. This is solo watch-alongs, people. But she's just got a new job for Football London as a writer, I believe. So big up to her. So she's going to be covering that this season as well. But I've always said these watch-alongs are going to be solo. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Very interesting. What's your thoughts, people, on Trevor Chalobah starting? What are your thoughts? I want to see what you think about this, because it is a big move for Thomas Tuchel to play him. I'm excited. I think Rudiger, and Christensen. Christensen, you got to help him out today. You got to lead. You're right next to him. Azpilicueta and Christensen, you can't really ask for much better in terms of players next to you, in terms of the level that they've been playing at. So he's got that protection. I'm looking forward to that. Need playoff pulley now, not just 3 games. 100% facts, Michael. 100% facts. Need to have Pulisic. It's a big game for Pulisic. I've said it before, because if Pulisic, starts really well today and he gets off to a good start, he can be the guy that immediately forces himself into the reckoning early in the season to play these games, because we know the other attackers, they're either dead on their feet. Ziyech picked up an injury as well, which was very, very unfortunate. We have not got an abundance of attackers available to us right now. So it's a great opportunity for someone like Pulisic to stake their claim, to show what they're all about. And at the end of the day, to do the business. Do you know what I mean? We need forwards that are going to score goals. And Pulisic is one of those players that, he runs with the ball. He's a great dribbler, but I wouldn't say he's the greatest crosser of the ball. And he's going to create chances by obviously being a magnet and bringing players into him in terms of, attracting players and causing havoc like that. But I do need goals from him. I've always said, if you're going to be a right-footed left winger, then you need to be bringing goals to the team 100%. There's no doubts about it. At this level of football in the modern game, if you're going to be in that position, you have to score goals. It's just how it goes, unfortunately. I know it's harsh, but it is what it is. Okay, so what are your thoughts on Trevor Chalobah? Let's see. Okay. Okay, let me see. Aspie at right wing back, not happy. Not happy, some people, with Aspie at right back. which is understandable. I like I said that as well. I would have liked someone more attacking down that side. Hudson-Odoi, I'm a bit surprised. But again, you know, played a lot of minutes against Villarreal. So it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. Because you have to be mindful of that, people. You know, these guys did just shell out 120 minutes a couple of days ago. They had one recovery day, 1 day to train. So Thomas Tuchel, no matter what team he puts out, you can't really get too annoyed, because you have no idea of the fitness levels of the players that are out there after such a taxing game like that. That game was really, really taxing. Really taxing. I can't stress that enough. Like 120 minutes of football is not, especially that early on. Say you do that in the latter stages of the Champions League, or you do that midway through the season where your fitness levels have got up to what it needs to be. But when you've just come back off the Euros and then you have to do 120 minutes, for a lot of them, that's a rough one, you know? That's a rough one. So can't be too shocked that these guys are getting rests, or some of them are not in the team today. Okay, I need to get the game up for myself as well, so bear with me. Hoping this is going to work. Oh, God, I hate it when these games are not live, people. It makes it so difficult to find a game. Honestly, really is a struggle. Bear with me while I test out this link, and then I'll send it into the chat if I can find it. But I'm just trying to make sure it works for a start. This is the issue with links. It's just like, it's a problem. At all times, is it a problem? And I can't, this is all, you know, in the US, they have every single game live. Can you imagine? All of the games are available to them. Not in a dodgy way, like all the games are available. Can you imagine can you imagine the gift of having all the games available to you? It's actually incredible how to this day in England, we do not have all the games live. It does baffle me how in 2021 for the Premier League, we don't have all the games live, like every single game, all 3 p.m. kickoffs, everything. It's shocking, to be honest. But in other countries, you have it live, ready, no problems, good to go. Over here, it's a struggle. Crazy to me, people. Absolutely crazy to me. Well, even if you have to pay for it, I think someone was saying to me on a stream on Twitch. I did a stream on Twitch with Shane and Shannon, who are in America. They live in America, and they were saying to me it's like $10 a month or something. I would happily pay $10 a month to have all the games live. Not a problem. I don't give a shit what extra package that is. Get me that package. That's mad. That's good value for money. Comparison to what we have to deal with, that's not a problem. Okay, so I finally have it up. I hope, I pray, I think. It's tough to know. But I do believe the game is being covered on beIN Sports. So bear that in mind. But yeah, I hope I've got it. At this point, it's very hard to tell. It's very difficult. But anyway, kickoff is in 9 minutes. Yeah, them 3 p.m. kickoffs, nobody likes that at all. Daylight robbery, 40 quid a month for all the games. That's actually mad. That is a little bit more steep. I'm not going to lie. That is a little bit more steep than I was expecting. It's not on BT. No, the game is not on BT. Not the Chelsea game. None of the 3 p.m. kickoffs are live, people. So it's down to you to like navigate your way around that. Predictions for Leicester Wolves. I expect Leicester to take the 3 points there. I expect Leicester to take the 3 points. I haven't seen the team news for either of the teams, but just based on what's happened in the transfer market, and obviously I don't know if Jimenez is going to be back to his old self. I do expect them to take advantage of that Wolves side. Sorry so much for missing some of the super chats. Okay, in India we get all the games for $10 a year. Are you taking the piss? That is mad. I test merchants are so jealous of United goals and creativity. Our team dead. Let's see, man. Hopefully today they can surprise us. The fact that you get your games all for 10, that's mad, bro. Don't make me jealous. That is mad. That is mad. Yeah, the monopoly in England is absolutely incredible. Someone said, bro, I paid $10 for a year subscription to watch all the leagues and Champions Leagues. And it's funny, yeah, because I've already got the dodgy box for the BT, for the Sky Sports games. So that's cool. But then even now, I'm shagged. Even now, I'm still shagged. And I've actually got beIN Sports on here as well. And it's not on here. So I think it's just something that you have to get on a stream, which is really annoying. But obviously, all the Champions League games, I'll be fine. And hopefully most of our Premier League games are televised at this point. But you never know at this point. Okay, so let me continue. So yeah, I think the Chelsea game will be showed on beIN Sports. So yeah, we can only hope. I'm going to throw in the link that I'm using because obviously I want you guys to be able to watch with me. I don't want you to be able to just watch me. I want you to be able to watch the game with me. So I've thrown in a link. Hopefully it works. It's the link that me and Eunice are using. Eunice as well is watching the game live, obviously as well. So he's using that link. So that's the one I'm using. Obviously, just close down all the tabs, close down all of the pop-ups, and then hopefully it works for you. I'm gonna pin it. Don't worry, brothers. I was never gonna shag you. I was never gonna shag you. I was always gonna give you a link. When a game like this where we all need links, whatever link I'm using, I'll give you the link as well. Just make sure you watch with me too. Have a tab open for me as well. But yeah, hopefully it works. So yeah, watch the game, watch it with me. The link is pinned at the top of the chat if you need a link. Hopefully it works for you as well. But that's the link me and Eunice are using. So hopefully it works the whole game. If it doesn't, then I guess we're both gonna have the same problems. So yeah. But yeah, back to the game, the pre-match for the game. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm starting to. It's weird, isn't it? Like the kit is a weird one. Like it does look really good on the players. I don't know if it suits me yet, but as you can see, it's new. It's the new kit. I'm quite happy because I was obviously not pleased when I saw it released, and I am. Do you know what it is? It's unique. It's very unique. I'll give it that. It feels like something that should be not actually worn, but it feels like something that, a special edition, like where you're just getting fancy with the designs and you're just going creative and you're trying to, test out new ideas and stuff. I like the yellow strip along the side. I think that's quite cool. I do like the fact that there's yellow on the kit. I do like yellow on Chelsea kits. I think we've had some iconic ones. We need that DM cover, bro. Are you worried as I am? Bro, we needed a DM before Kante got injured. So I'm still in the same position I was before. We needed a DM anyway. So yeah, for me, nothing changes. We needed a DM before, we need a DM now. So there's absolutely nothing that's changed for me in terms of the DM situation. Chelsea only have 3 in terms of Kante, Kovar, and Jorginho. Whether Mason Mount is used as that option in the DM, sorry, not Mason Mount, whether Loftus-Cheek is used as that option in the DM, then fair. If Tuchel wants to do that, or if Tuchel has to do that. But for me, Loftus-Cheek is not an adequate DM in that pivot to have as your 4th choice, in my opinion. We haven't seen enough of him last season. in that role. We haven't seen enough of him, period, in that role. He's always been an attacker. He's always been the guy that's going box to box in the 3, or he's played high up the pitch, sometimes even as a second striker on the wing, or he's even played up front under Conte, but never has Loftus-Cheek had a lot of defensive responsibility to his name since probably the academy days. So it's a bit of a risk, in my opinion, to then go ahead and play him in this match. So in these matches in that pivot. So we do need to go and find ourselves a DM, people. It's not on Sky. It's not on Sky. It's not on Sky. If it was on Sky, my day would be so much easier. Again, apologies for no scoreboard. We're going to have to pay because we tried today relentlessly and yesterday to try and get something for free and try and work our way around it. But I don't even think I can even use StreamYard. I think I'm going to have to move to OBS. So that's going to take a long time to set up with that, because OBS is completely different. I've never used it before. So I didn't have enough time to do it today, and I'm not going to take any risks and, come really late with the stream or miss some of the game or etc. So I'm going to have to set up OBS for hopefully the Arsenal game, but I've never even used OBS. So, and I'm paying for StreamYard right now. So it's a bit of a weird one to be moving across. You think we will get one? Been crying for Basuma. I did actually tweet about Basuma as well, not so long ago. Now, a lot of people kind of turned their nose up at him a little bit, and maybe they weren't so keen. I think Basuma is a great player. I think I think Chelsea, there's no danger if you bring someone like that in. I think he's perfect for the system. I think he's press resistant. He's got the energy that Kante has as well to get about. So you're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone in terms of replacing Jorginho as a sitter and also giving that Kante energy when Kante's missing. I think Basuma and Jorginho would be a fantastic pivot. I really do. I think that would be a really good pivot. So I think Basuma is a player that we really should be looking at. He's got Premier League experience. He had a really good year last year. Good playing out from the back. Brighton play very good football. They also play 3 at the back with a pivot as well. So he's played the same formation that we've played. And I rate him. I really think he's a very good player, very underrated. I know Arsenal were looking at him, but they're clearly not going after him. So I don't see why we don't. I really don't. Obviously, Tuchemeni is an option as well, but he's a bit younger. And maybe he needs a bit more time settling in. But I think Basuma is a very, very good player. And I wouldn't be surprised if Leicester do go for him if they sell Ndidi in the future. That's a good point. I really wouldn't be surprised. I think Chelsea really need to be on that. But yeah, the link worked for me. Thank God. I was really stressing about this watch along because I didn't know if I was going to be able to watch the game myself, let alone actually talk about it with you guys. When it's on Sky, when it's on BT, I have no worries. Obviously, that's a lot easier to get through. But when it's not, I am a bit nervous, to be honest, because I don't like streaming games anyway, let alone doing a watch along and trying to stream them. So yeah, it's a difficult one. I'm going to even try and find a backup solution just in case this stream doesn't work. I want to be having the game up on 2 screens. But at the moment, the Chelsea fans are in the ground. The Chelsea and Palace players are standing up. I think they're doing a minute's silence. I think so. That's where we are currently. But I am going to try and get this game up on another screen because I just don't trust screens. I've got Super Sport Premier League actually, so I think I'll use that, which I think is it's a very big network in Africa. I'm not sure if it's specified to any region, but I know Super Sport is a big thing in Africa. So I'm going to put it on that as well and basically double down. But the game is about to kick off. If that link doesn't work, I apologize, but that is the link I'm using. If you mods could clear any spam as well, that would be much appreciated. I'm not sure why these people are this bored. But yeah, so I've got the game up on 2 screens. So luckily I have a dodgy box, people, and I've managed to get myself Super Sport coverage as well in Africa. So yeah, it's troubling. Yeah, guys, just block the spammers for me, please, if you can. I don't know. I'll go through it as well myself. You just have to block them until they run out of emails. It's as simple as that. Yeah, I'm watching on SuperSport. Yeah, so I've got it up on the link in the pinned, and I've also got it up on SuperSport. So I've got it up on both. Shout out to mums with the setup for the TV as well. I get so nervous when the games aren't live. Honestly, I really do. Yeah, don't worry, guys. The spamming lasts a little bit of time while they get their Gmails out, and then they stop because they've run out of accounts. So you just have to ride the wave, people. Sorry if I'm missing any super chats because this bloody spam is ridiculous. Fam, people don't know he does Kante and Jorginho in one. Yeah, bro, literally Basuma, man. I really hope we do go for him if we don't get Tchouaméni, or if we've left it too late for Tchouaméni. Please go and get Basuma. I think he's a top player. I really do. Burnley have taken the lead against Brighton, 1-0. Sean Dyche's team, only 2 minutes gone, and Burnley are already ahead, which is quite incredible to be ahead that early. This is way behind. So let me try and adjust. SuperSport is really behind with its coverage. It's like a good 2-3 minutes behind people. They're showing me the Burnley goal now as well. Ball came into the box from a corner, and it was a great header. Set piece for Burnley against Brighton. So they lead 1-0, 2 minutes, 30 seconds gone. I think I'm going to be getting score updates from all the 3 p.m. kickoffs, it would seem. Really good goal. There could have been a foul in the build-up in terms of that. Very dodgy circumstances. The Chelsea game's obviously kicked off. I've got that up on the screen as well. But yeah, very dodge. Very dodge. A lot of the Burnley players, Brighton players, are calling for some sort of free kick there. Let me just check out the chat. Yeah, you're on 3 minutes, but I am not. But it's cool because I'm going to have the updates, I believe, here as well. So I'm going for 2 screens. Yeah, 0-0. 0-0 in all the games outside of Brighton and Burnley. So let's see how Chelsea do. Again, be very interested to see how far Alonso pushes forward in this system, because we do know that Marcus Alonso has got the freedom to do so. I think with Azpilicueta, I don't expect the team to be symmetrical. I do expect Chelsea to take advantage of the fact that they have Marcus Alonso in the team, and that he could potentially bring goals to the team, because we do need goals. It's not like as if we're blessed with goals in this team. So Marcus Alonso, for me, needs to be that guy that gets the goals. Okay, I found another. Chelsea just playing with possession currently. Okay. So I'm very interested to see how Konate and Mark Gurhey work as a partnership. That's going to be interesting as well, because I haven't seen that before. I haven't seen them two play together. So the time I'm on is 3, I think. Hold on a second, because it's on small. This link that you guys were complaining about is not the best, I must say. Okay, let's see. Werner. I'm currently on 4 minutes. I'm currently 2 minutes behind, which is really annoying, but I'm trying to find a more updated one. But anyway, I might just settle for what I have at this point because we're all going to have to stream it. So it's not like as if anybody's watching this live at this point. So I may as well just accept that I'm going to be a bit behind. At this point, I don't think I'm even going to be too fussed. I'm just happy to even see the game. If I'm behind, I'm behind, because it's really difficult to even get the game at this point. So I'm not going to complain if I'm behind. It is what it is, as they say. And they're showing way too many Brighton highlights for my liking. But Chelsea, you know, knocking it around well. I expect Palace to be quite adventurous in this opening first half. I think they've got enough danger. They've got enough players in their team to cause us problems. I think Wilfried Zaha is going to be the key. They've just made that ball in behind there now, down that channel. Playing it around out the back. So Chelsea knocking it about. Rudiger loose touch and cleared away. Bitterly disappointing. Trevor Chalobah making his Premier League debut as well for Chelsea here. So I'm interested to see how he does because he's got a big game ahead of him with Wilfried Zaha. Let's see. Watching Jorginho today, he's on the ball, but he's really going to have to. He's really going to have to dictate that midfield today. I think in terms of dominating the midfield, we should really have no problems because that Palace midfield is not set up to have any sort of possession whatsoever. It's actually quite defensive with Schlupp in there. Schlupp. He's basically sometimes playing left back as well, left wing, but he'll be defensively switched on. So they're not planning to have much of the possession at all in that respect. Let's see. Come on. So here comes Wilfried Zaha battling. Yeah, there you go. You've already seen your first instance in terms of those two clashing on that right-hand side. Azpilicueta is going to really have to help him out as well. Imagine if Eze was playing. I think when we saw this matchup last time, it was Reece James and we had Eze and Zaha down that same side trying to double up against us. I think one time Palace played Zaha as the left forward and they played Eze as the left winger. And therefore Eze and Zaha were literally on the same wing, just causing loads of problems. Loads of problems. Guys, yeah, listen, you can say no time or fix up, that's poor. But at the end of the day, you know, it's not easy to get these things sorted. If you look at other watch-alongs like Mark Goldbridge and Eunice, they've been doing this for years. This is my first season doing watch-alongs, if you didn't know that already. So I've got a lot of new things to learn in terms of systems. This is my first Premier League game doing a watch-along. So there's many streams that don't have timers and scoreboards yet because you actually have to pay for that stuff as well. So like I said, we're going to have to move software and try and pattern it for the Arsenal game. But at this point, scoreboard is the least of my concern. The main concern is making sure that I can watch this game because I don't have access to it in the UK. Good cross from Alonso. Yeah, very good cross from Alonso. So Alonso played very well against Villarreal, people. So yeah, he played very well against Villarreal in the first half. Yeah, I'm a few minutes behind, but at this point, I'm going to have to just take it for what it is, unfortunately. Okay. Chelsea doing well on the ball. They're doing very well on the ball. But they need to be trying to fashion out chances now, and they need to be Rudiger there. Fouled, yeah. Okay. Let's see. I need Christensen to be playing those, to be stepping up, very similar to how David Luiz used to. I need Christensen to be the person today that does that. Obviously, Rudiger's going to do it as well. But if you see there, the amount, Palace are not really pressing the centre-backs. They're quite happy for us to have the ball with the centre-backs, and then they do look to close us down from midfield. And that's where Mateo Kovacic and Jorginho being press resistant is really important. But yeah, it's the centre-backs have got to step up. Trevor Chalobah, if he's going to play in this back three on the right side, he's got to take advantage of the space and step up there and try and create opportunities from that side. Let's see what the chat is saying. Oh, yeah, true. That's a good point. Thanks for the advice. Appreciate that. Don't want the stream to be taken down yet, so I did have to unpin that message. Watford taking the lead as well against Aston Villa. Someone said in the chat. Is it 1-0? Yeah, seems to be. Well, yeah, 1-0. Yeah. I don't think United can win the league. No, I don't think they can. I'm not going to be reactionary after that game and say that they're going to win the league. No, I still don't think so. There's just too many other top managers in the league for that to happen, I think. Too many other top managers in the league. It was a really good ball in, I must say. Yeah, Watford goals coming up on my screen now. It's good ball in, good cutback, second time effort after the block, and then a goal for Watford there against Aston Villa. But yeah, I think everybody's streams are a little bit behind for people doing watch-alongs, because there's no way you can really be getting this live as it's happening. Chelsea they're creating opportunities, but they do need to just be a little bit more imposing now. We do need to see we need to see them get the opening goal. What does everybody make of Kovacic in that number 8 kit as well? Kovacic in the number 8 is quite an interesting one, I must say. Toby scheduled his stream 3 days early. Kovacic as the number 8, I must say, interesting to see. I think it looks cool. I think it looks really nice. I know people wanted Mason Mount to maybe have it, but I think it looks quite cool. I think he looks good in that. I'm definitely shipping the Kovacic in the number 8. I think he wears it for Croatia as well. So, and maybe Mason Mount didn't want it. I'm very interested to see how that went down in terms of who was offered the number 8 shirt or how that went. But I think Mason Mount maybe just didn't want that. I don't know. I'll have to ask, actually. I'll have to find out. But I'll have to find out why that is he didn't get the number 8. It's quite interesting. Werner into Mateo Kovacic, shot wide. Mateo Kovacic has been playing some really good passes in the Villarreal game in the first half in terms of spraying the ball long distance, but the shooting is still not levels to nobody's surprise. Werner's shirt was ripped as well, which was Jesus Christ. Jesus, that's a proper rip. Headed away. Oh, Chelsea, it's a long day, man. It's going to be difficult. You want another winger? Well, to be honest, there's not really any space in the squad for another winger. So if another winger was to come in, I'm not sure who would. Someone would have to leave if you was to bring in another winger. So that's another thing to note down as well. I'm not sure who would actually be departing if you was to bring in another winger. You'd have to sell someone. It's just not going to happen. Chelsea are not going to. It's not going to happen. Chelsea have got their priorities. They'll be looking at another centre back and a DM. It was a good free kick from Mason Mount, but easy save. Easy save. Now he's got the corner as well. Someone said sell Pulisic. Oh man, you man have no chill. No chill whatsoever. Man said sell Pulisic. Jesus Christ. Oh, Patrick Vieira on the sidelines as well. Let's see what he's cooking up. Let's see what he's cooking up. Come on, Chelsea, man. Come on. I need that first goal. Man United have put us under pressure today. They've said, listen, we're here. We've arrived. Come out the blocks flying. Let's see what you man are on now. Chelsea got to win that opening game. Got to win that opening game. Pulisic down the left. Alonso. Pulisic again. Out for another. Chelsea are building up pressure. They're building up pressure. They're building up a lot of set pieces. They're building up a lot of sustained pressure, but they need to find that cutting edge. And that's where the danger lies. We know the drop points against the likes of, Leeds, the likes of Southampton, the likes of Brighton, the likes of Wolves last season. We dropped points against teams we shouldn't have dropped points on. I'm talking about the Tuchel era. And that's because of a lack of goals. So very important now that we clean up our act in that respective. Obviously, Lukaku will help when he comes in, but for this game, just get through the game. Just get through the game, please. Will I be nice to Turkish on the next Big Six? It's very difficult to even, get too hard on Arsenal fans at this point, because to go in hard on them, because listen, let's just be keeping it a buck. I already knew they were going to lose that game. I literally predicted 2-1. So I already knew Arsenal were going to lose that game. So it's not really surprising. Arsenal are a mid-table team right now. Like, that is the fact of the matter. It's not even a joke. It's not banter. It's not me trolling. They're literally a mid-table team. You saw the lineup that went out without Lacazette and Aubameyang, who, by the way, even when they come into the team, they don't really, it's not really a shiver me timbers moment with the form that Aubameyang's in. They're a mid-table team when you look at their lineup. So mid-table teams lose to relegation candidates all the time. All the time. And maybe Brentford won't even be a relegation candidate. They play good football. I've got them as the one promotion team that actually stay up. I think Norwich will go back down, but I think Brentford will probably stay up, to be honest. I've got confidence in them to do that. I've given up with that link, and I'm going to just focus on the game. Come on, Chelsea. Yeah, I'm like 2 minutes behind, but I'm not even gonna bother anymore because I'm just happy to be able to watch it. I'm not gonna try and find any more links that are more updated because at this point I'll end up losing the whole thing and then I won't even be able to watch it. Tuchel, very animated on the sidelines, very, very animated on the sidelines. As always, even when he's sitting down, he's always moving his hands and instructing. He's not going to just let the game pass him by, that's for sure. Chelsea haven't really had too much to worry about defensively in this match in terms of Crystal Palace being a major threat. But for sure, they need to find a way of being more potent in the attack. Let me add the score as well on the bottom of your screen. Schlupp. That midfield is, as I've said, that Palace midfield is very defensive. Very, very defensive. They're going to be very difficult to break down because they've got they've got a flat back four, and then they've got their 3-man midfield, which is quite a defensive midfield. They're basically there to press. There's no creator in that midfield. They're there to press. They're there to close down Jorginho and Kova and Mason Mount, give no time on the ball, and just do defensive things. And the front three is just left to do whatever they can do up front against our back three. So that's the way Palace have gone with their shape. Rudiger clips it out to Alonso, hooks it over. Pulisic, lovely turn from Pulisic there. Really nice turn. We need to see creativity. There's not much creativity in this lineup, I must say. Mason Mount could ball in. Oh. There's not much creativity in this lineup, people. There's not much creativity at all, I must say. There's no Ziyech. There's no... Well, Ziyech is our main creative outlet. There's no Kai Havertz. Burnley seem to be... Oh, hit the post. They hit the post. I thought Burnley were 2-0 up there against Brighton. Watford lead 1-0. Burnley lead 1-0. Everton 0. Southampton 0. Leicester 0. Wolves 0. Those are your 3 p.m. kickoff results. Not results, but score lines so far. So only goals in the games for Watford, Aston Villa, and Burnley versus Brighton. Set piece for Burnley that opened the scoring there. And Watford, it was a block and then a shot came in again. Good set piece, blocked away. Hashed at it now with the rebound. Oh my God, man. Watching Kova shoot sometimes is so funny. Goal in the game. I believe Everton versus Southampton. Yep, ball in behind and dispatched brilliantly by Armstrong. Everton 0, Southampton 1. Really, really good finish by Armstrong for Southampton. Great finish. I think it was a mistake in the build-up. It was. I think it was Keane. Yeah, it's Keane that gives the ball away. And then they pinch the ball and it's a fantastic... That is a Luis Suarez-esque finish from Armstrong. Really good finish. Very much reminds me of Luis Suarez against, I think, PSG for Barcelona when David Luiz, he nutsed him. And then he stuck it in the top corner. It was such a good finish from Armstrong. That's definitely the goal of the 3 p.m. kickoff so far. That's the best goal that we've seen for the 3 p.m. kickoffs. And Southampton take the lead at Everton. Let me check my FPL team as well, see how it's doing while we're here. Let's see. That's an incredible, incredible goal. Okay, there's something's been recommended to me. Let's see. Taking risks. But if you don't take risks, you don't get any reward, people. It was a fantastic finish, I must say, from Armstrong. I didn't know he had that in him. I didn't know he had that in him at all. Such a good finish. Great to see a goal, I must say. But yeah, it's heart just nearly in my mouth there with that little issue. You can only hope that one of our players will shoot the ball as good as Armstrong did just there. Alonso, there you go, people. 1-0. Just seen it come up now. Fantastic. Oh, at last. Oh, the stress, honestly. The absolute stress, people. And what did we say before the game? We said Marcos Alonso would potentially be that guy that causes issues, that gets himself into the box, that gets the goal for Chelsea, because we don't have another option. If we're keeping it 100 buckaroonies, we do not have another option. We do not have another option. I'm a little bit behind here. But Marcos Alonso, for me, was that main... He was the main threat. He was the main threat. Someone said, it's his year. Oh, man. You have to give a round of applause for that. Mason Mount, and obviously, you know, the rest of the attack, you know, Mason, I'm cutting a little bit of slack today because he hasn't been involved in too much preseason. But the rest of the attack, man, they could learn a thing or two from Marcos Alonso. I have to say, people. Marcos, dude, look at the spam. Look at the spam. Even, you know, he had a really good first half against Villarreal. And then after that, you just had to kind of hope. But Mason Mount was lining up over the free kick, but it was always gonna be Marcos Alonso. Always gonna be Marcos Alonso. And I'm just thankful Chelsea have scored the first goal, because at the end of the day, we cannot afford people to be going in behind. We cannot afford to concede. Let me change the score. Yeah, it was an absolutely fantastic free kick from Alonso. Absolutely fantastic free kick. Straight into the top corner. Curling in. And that's what it's going to have to be for Chelsea today. If they can get a set piece or they can get a corner, then that will do the job. That will do the job. I didn't get that badge. I've just seen the Premier League badge on their sleeves. I didn't get that. What a free kick, though. Oh, the goalkeeper didn't even move. He did not even move because he knew he was not going to be able to get involved there. He just stood there. When the goalkeeper stands still, you know it's a fantastic strike. Well done to Marcos Alonso for getting this team a goal, man. Well done. Great set piece. And as I said in the pre-match, he's our main goal threat. He is our main goal threat, people. He is our main goal threat. Nobody else. Nobody else comes close. I'm going to get up the statistics now, actually. Alonso is our James Ward-Prowse. Very much so at the moment. Very much so at the moment. (1-0). Chelsea have done what they needed to do in the first 30 minutes. They've got the lead. They've got the goal. Now, what they need to do is continue to control the game Don't allow Palace back into it with any sloppy moments of any lapse of concentration. And then we go from there. Let me check out the statistics if I can. So Chelsea have had 69% possession in this game. Pulisic, giving the ball away. He's giving away a free kick. What do you guys make of Pulisic so far in this match? 69% possession. Chalobah looks so comfortable. Do we need Koundé? I still believe that if I'm picking, I think Koundé is necessary down that right-hand side to be more attacking. But if we don't get Koundé and we stick with Chalobah and we bring in a centre midfielder, then we're fine. Then we can go for the title. Koundé is just a bonus player. He's just a luxury player. But we need a centre midfielder. That is the priority. It's up to the club whether they want to use Chalobah this season or if they want to loan him out. But either way, he's going to be playing really well in this season coming up. But yeah, the priority has always been centre mid. We don't need a defender. We'd like one, reportedly, but we've always needed a midfielder. My priority was striker, 1A, and then B, centre midfielder, and then C, actually a right wing back was my next priority over a centre back. But because Hakimi's gone, then now you have to potentially go and get yourselves a centre back instead. But Hakimi, a right wing back was my priority after centre midfield, because I just think that right wing back spot needs a proper right wing back over there. It needs a Hakimi. Hakimi would have been unbelievable in this system. Rudiger slips it out to Alonso on the left-hand side, comes inside to Pulisic, turns, fouled, and free kick. What have you guys made of Pulisic? I didn't get actually to see your answers. Let me see. Oh, you don't rate. No, when I say luxury, I mean not luxury in terms of he's going to be carried. I'm saying luxury as in he's an addition to what is an already very good defense. Like it's not necessary to get him. Like it's a bonus. It's a luxury that we go and get him. It's not do or die. If we don't get Koundé and we have Trevor Chalobah, we can still compete for the Premier League title. That's what I'm saying. Whereas if we don't get a midfielder, we might be in problems. Striker and centre midfield were the most pressing concerns in this team. Unless Loftus-Cheek is going to step up in that role. Ball comes in, cleared away. I've got 31 minutes gone, so I know I'm a bit behind. But Pulisic is winning free kicks. At least he's drawing fouls. 70% possession now. No shots for Palace, none on target. We've completely stopped Palace from playing in terms of shooting, in terms of getting involved and trying to get their foot on the ball. So we're doing really well. We just need to take advantage and try and get that second goal before half time. We've got 15 minutes, just under 15 minutes to go on that. And if we can try and get, Alonso fouled. Okay, free kick. If we can try and get ourselves that second goal, then that's fantastic. We need to definitely try and take advantage and get that second goal if possible. Come on, Chelsea! Come on, Chelsea! Come on, Chelsea! Come on, Chelsea! I really wish I was at the game now. Oh, man, the atmosphere. Obviously, I can't play the sound, but hopefully the atmosphere is buzzing. I know there's a few fans missing, but hopefully the atmosphere is buzzing. I haven't been to a game in so long. "32 minutes gone for me, 33, sorry. Chelsea 1, Palace 0. And they're doing the business. They're doing the business, people. Rudiger. Again, apologies for no scoreboard. We did really, really try to get it, but it's too many technical difficulties. We may even have to pay a subscription to try and have it on a constant basis. So, yeah, we're struggling with that. But there's a lot of people that I can see that don't have it as well. It's just really the The YouTubers that have been here for a long time, they have this already nailed down. But a lot of them don't have a timer. If you do watch streams, you'll see a lot of YouTubers don't have a timer. It's not easy to get. It's really not easy to get. It's not easy to sort out. It's just so much technical issues. But I think a lot of the smaller ones, a lot of the bigger ones will have it at this stage. Because they just Mason Mount, that free kick, hit the wall. But yeah, man. What do you guys think of the game so far? Let me see what you're saying in the chat. Wasn't Pulisic's fault. Sell Pulisic. A lot of people are up and down on Pulisic. There's a lot of debate being caused in the chat for Pulisic, I see. Oh, come on, Chelsea. I need a second goal. Definitely I need to get a drink after this. It's been stressful. I can't wait until these games are just live, man. These games that are not live are just stressful. Christensen switches play. Out to Aspilicueta. Over to ball comes into the box. Pulisic. Chelsea 1, Palace 0. Ball cleared. Alonso hooks it away. It's a bit up and down now in terms of Chelsea and the way that they're trying to get this second goal. It's a little bit stop-start on their part. But I'm happy so far. I think when you're taking into account this is Chelsea's first game of the Premier League season, they're missing some really important players. Lukaku's not in this team. Ziyech is not in this team. Mason Mount's having his first real competitive start. Didn't have any friendlies. There's been a goal in the game. Leicester versus Wolves. Counter-attack for Wolves. Oh, he's put it wide. I thought that was a goal. Why does it say goal rush? Adama Traore. A lot of the people wanted him. I'm telling you, I didn't want him. Poor finish. He should be putting that in the back of the net. But that's something Hakimi puts in the back of the net. This is the difference between an Hakimi and a Adama Traore. End product for Adama Traore for me just isn't good enough. Very good athletic, good up and down, gets himself in danger positions, good crosser of the ball. But in terms of just picking people out specifically and also the goals as well, if you get yourself into goal scoring positions, I wouldn't trust him too much. But I just wouldn't pay for him. I think he's a good player, be good in the system, but I wouldn't pay a lot of money for him. I think Hakimi was the dream in terms of a right wing back. Because if you look at Hakimi, I mean, his numbers are just ridiculous. Yeah, Chelsea are looking good. I think this is really the most we can expect from a Chelsea team on the opening day. Good ball in behind from Jorginho. Come on. Werner. The touch was just too heavy and it's out for a goal kick. But I think this is the most you can expect from a Chelsea team in terms of right now. With all the problems that they've got, fitness-wise, game time-wise, player profile-wise. Burnley, I think, have gone 2-0 up against, right? No, it's just a chance over the bar. Burnley almost hit the crossbar. Yeah. Palace trying to play out from the back. Mark Gurhey as well. He launches it. But Chelsea have done well to just pass the ball about, keep possession. And have, do you know, at least Chelsea, they know that going forward, they're not the best because they don't have Ziyech and Lukaku right now. Ziyech, obviously, the best player in the attack in pre-season. Lukaku, of course, your new striker. Kai is not here. Like the front three doesn't have maybe the chemistry that it needs, but they haven't played much together, that combination. But I have to say, they've limited Palace to no chances, no shots. They've kept the ball and they're just working to get that goal. And they're being solid about it. They're not doing this end-to-end nonsense. They're not trying to go goal for goal. They're playing in a very mature fashion. And this is what the European champions have been doing when they couldn't get the goals. They've been playing good football, dominating the match and trying to hit people with 1 or 2 goals at most. And I have no problem with this because we don't have the ingredients to smash a team right now. We don't have the ingredients to get ourselves a 3-4, 5-0 win. Thought I saw a super chat. Don't want to miss them, but I'm also just trying to check out the match as well. So, but yeah, it's a situation where Chelsea just need to be patient. They just have to be patient, people. Good combination from Mason Mount. Ball pack. Oh, wonderful! 2-0. Brilliant. Brilliant goal there from Christian Pulisic. And Mason Mount put the ball across the box. It was a fantastic ball across the box. Low at the near post. Goalkeeper came out and fumbled it. And Christian Pulisic was there on the rebound. And he's been getting a lot of mixed reaction in the chat. A lot of people have been saying, he's having a poor game and whatnot, but some people have been defending him in the chat, and he seems to have repaid that defense. He's been winning some free kicks. You'd still want him to do better, picking his head up and creating chances, but he's got his goal there now. And hopefully, he's got a great record against Crystal Palace. Hopefully that kickstarts his season off the crossbar and in. Yeah, I'm going to change stream I'm gonna change stream at halftime, but I don't want to change right now because otherwise I'll probably end up missing things because I might not be able to get even back on. So I'm gonna change stream at halftime and try and go for something way more updated. But yeah, really good goal from Pulisic there. Really, really good goal from Pulisic. Just again, like I said against Villarreal, you need numbers in the box. You need people. You need people in the box. You need people in the box, man. And Leicester have just taken the lead against Wolves as well. Jamie Vardy with the goal. Someone that I didn't really want to put in my FPL team, but maybe he's just inevitable. Oh, was it an own goal? I think it was an own goal. Yeah, I think it's an own goal. Just seemed to come off the hill of the defender. So Leicester have taken the lead against Wolves. But Chelsea 2-0 up. 2-0 up against Crystal Palace in the first half. That is the dream scenario for Chelsea. With the team that we put out and the issues that we had going into the game, just playing in midweek. That is the dream scenario. Govan says, Spurs fan, but feel bad for Vieira out of his depth. Watford had a chance against Villa on the break in transition as well. And it just bundled in off a deflection. And Watford are 2-0 up against Aston Villa at Vicarage Road. And we're getting a lot of deflected goals today. We're getting a lot of own goals, deflected goals, scruffy goals. Bruno Fernandes' first goal for Man United was quite scruffy. Like, we're getting a lot of those today where they're being deflected in, rebounds. That goal for Pulisic was a bit messy as well. The nicest goal I've seen today was probably Greenwood for Manchester United and Armstrong for Southampton. The rest of the goals I think Bruno may have scored a nice one as well. I can't remember. One of his goals for the hat-trick must have been a nice one. I was late going into that game. But yeah, I'll change stream at halftime for a version that's a little bit ahead. But people, it's just so annoying in the UK, to be honest. Like, everybody's on different streams. Everybody's got different times. And I'm doing a watch along. So if I come out of this stream, I'm not going to be able to see the game. So I'm not going to be able to tell what's going on. So to do it during a game, to change stream is not the smartest idea. It's better to do it when there's a break, because otherwise I'm going to end up missing something. Jorginho sprays the pass out to the left. Pull back. Oh! Good effort. Good effort. I'm not going to lie. Good effort. Halftime. And it's Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 1 at halftime. Really good first half from Chelsea. You know, they've done everything that I would have wanted them to do in that match, I have to say. They've done everything I would have wanted them to do in that match. 100%. Can't complain. Can't complain whatsoever. Let me know how you think the first half panned out for you guys, people. Let me know in the chat while I change streams. I'm also going to get a drink as well. But yeah, a really good half. Really, really good half from Chelsea. Keeping the ball, not giving away possession, not allowing Palace to have any shots on goal, not allowing Palace to get a foothold in the game. And when you're an attack that is potentially struggling, you'd want to at least take advantage of the fact that you've got the superior team. And I've caught, I think I'm on a better stream now. This is probably the one I'll go with. Yeah, I'll go with this one, because that one is literally maybe a minute behind. So, but yeah, let's see what the chat's saying. So Livramento started for Southampton. That's fantastic to see. What are your thoughts on Timo Werner's performance? Mason Mount, Lukaku, Havertz versus Arsenal inject it into my veins. That's something that does excite me, people, I must say. I completely agree. That is something that does excite me. I'm going to try and get 2 screens up for the second half so I can be as fast as possible. Apologies. Obviously, when the game is on TV, the watch-alongs are going to be a lot easier for me because I'm just going to be able to just put it on the actual channel. But when we're going through these links and all of this kind of nonsense, it's a little bit more difficult. But yeah, it's only really Goldberg and a few others that have actually got the timer. So cut me some slack on that one today. Still trying to get the timer sorted. I have to change software. Obviously, I do all my streams on StreamYard and I'm paying for it. So then to move to OBS now is going to be interesting. I have not even used that site before, so we'll see how that works. But yeah. The street, yeah, it's not a link I'm using. I'm using my TV, so I don't have the link. I don't have the link, unfortunately. We tried the other link earlier. It didn't quite do the job for most people, it seems. I'm going to get a drink as well. But yeah, people, let me know your thoughts on that first half. I think Chelsea in that first half, like I said, I don't think we can ask for much more than that. I think for a team that are missing Lukaku, for a team that don't have Ziyech, for a team that have Havertz, obviously after playing 120 minutes, he's not in the team either. Mason Mount's making his first competitive start. He's been quite lively. Pulisic has got himself a goal, despite mixed reactions about his performance. And Werner's done what Werner does. He causes problems. He makes his runs, just looking for that finishing touch. So I think that's a brilliant first half. I really don't think we can complain at all. That's a really good half for Chelsea, because at the end of the day, the main objective of today is to get in and get out with the 3 points. We've got a whole week to prepare for the Arsenal fixture, a whole week. to get our players training together. Lukaku will be training, I think, from Monday. All of those other players will be back training after their behind closed doors game on Sunday. So the main objective is to win. I don't care how we get the win. We don't have to play liquid football on the opening day. We haven't arrived in the situation to do that with the game in midweek. We haven't arrived with that in mind, playing to the best of our ability. I don't think we're not in that position. We're just looking to win, and that's the key here. And I think we're on track to doing that. So I'm really, really proud of the team so far in that first half. I'm really happy, and I'm really looking forward to the second half. I just hope that these guys have a calm second half. They control the game, and they look to continue to be dominant. And if we don't concede any shots like we did in that first half, then we're going to go on to win this game. And hopefully, I'm very happy, people, to see a 2-0 win. And the second half is boring, but we're in control and we just dominate the ball. I'm very much happy to see that. I know people want to see goals. I know Manchester United won 5-1 earlier today, and we're a little bit jealous. But Man United didn't just play a midweek. Man United have had, probably a bit better pre-season in terms of their players playing as well. Someone said I'm learning to love Alonso. Listen, Alonso, Alonso has been really good in the first half against Villarreal. I gave him a lot of praise there. He scored in this match. He set up a really good chance for Pulisic with the header as well. I always give praise to players when they deserve it, even if they're not my preferred type of player. But he started the season off really well, is what I'll say. And Chilwell, obviously, that's good because Chilwell's not really available. So it's good to see someone doing the business. And all he's doing right now is saying, I need to be in this team, and Emerson's going to be the one to leave. And Alonso is obviously the better left wing back in comparison to Emerson. So it's not really a problem. If Alonso can play how he's playing, then I've got no issues. He's picking out players specifically in the last few matches with his crossing. He's not just spamming it across. He's not purely focused on getting in the box and scoring. He's creating chances as well. He's making good runs in the channel. Rudiger picked him up against Villarreal. He had a really good cross for Pulisic on the header. Pulisic's goal stabbed in there. I'm seeing it there. Really happy with the back three. No shots conceded, I believe, as well in the first half. So really, really impressed and proud of the back three for doing what they're doing. Those are the guys that are keeping Those are the guys that are keeping Crystal Palace at bay. But yeah. Okay. Trevor's done some good switches. Arsenal are in a whole different position, but we need to beat them next week. So that's where my focus lies with that game. That's why I'm not bantering Arsenal too much, because we have to play them next week. Like, if we weren't playing them for maybe 4, 5, 6 weeks, then cool, I'd take the piss. But we literally have them next game. And we know Arsenal's record in the last 3 games is 3 wins. So for that reason, I'm not going to be doing too much trolling until I see Chelsea put in a performance against Arsenal. Jorginho's doing well. Let me get quickly a cup of water. I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. I just need to get a glass of water. But yeah, very much impressed with that first half from Chelsea. 1 second. Let's see. Wires are crossed. Oh. Oh. Okay. Someone saying we don't need Kunde. Interesting. I just went for a drink. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, I'll check it. Thank you. I'll check it. Thank you. Your super chat here, Nizzy. Really appreciate it. I'll check it out. And the rest of the chat can check it out as well, I guess, if they need one. Oh, wow. That's really good, guys. That's really good. Hopefully that's going to be up to date. I really appreciate that. So I'll have that on my phone as well. Or maybe I even put it on my computer. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate that. Because I want to watch the second half properly. It's been a bit of a nightmare, but we've had the game up. It's just been a bit late. But I've got this new stream up now on my TV, which seems to be quite up to date. And then we've got this one here as well. So we've got multiple screens. So hopefully the second half's an enjoyable one. Let's see. But yeah, my regista has been registing. He is the register. He is the register, people. Yeah. He is doing the business. He's doing the business. I'll leave that super chat up there so you guys can see it. And you can check it out as well. So thirsty, man. Yeah. The artwork on my wall. So yeah, I've had a few people ask me this. So obviously that's the framed photos of the Champions League win, and obviously there's actually a Drogba one up there with Mason Mount. They're both doing the same run-in pose with the Champions League. So Mason Mount ran with the Champions League like that, kind of like driving the trophy, and Drogba obviously did the same thing. So they're both next to each other there. Obviously that's Kai's goal, Aspie lifting it, and then you've got Reece James, Chilwell, and Mason Mount with the medals they're running. If you want those photos, Aaron is a designer, and he does the prints, and then he sends you the print, and then you just have to get the frame. And my frames are cheap. They're just normal, A4 frames. And for that, yeah, and then you can just buy the frames, A4 frames, if you have them, or if you buy them on Amazon, they're very cheap. And then he'll send you the print, and then you can put the print in there. So yeah, the link is in the description for that right at the bottom. And I have the link in the description to his shop, and you can check that out maybe after the game, and you can purchase some of his prints. He's an art designer, so he's designed all of these prints. He might even have some new ones up. I don't know if those ones are still up because I got them a while ago, but he's got a lot of good prints. So yeah. And yeah, shout out to Nike. I said it on my story on Instagram. Nike sent me the home shirt. It's really, it's growing on me. I don't know what are you guys' thoughts on the home shirt. I think it looks better on the players. But I'm going to definitely get Lukaku at the back with the number 9. I think I'm going to get Lukaku at the back, and when his shirt number's confirmed, and I'm just going to go all guns blazing with Lukaku. And I think getting Lukaku at the back will be good for me because it will motivate me to go to the gym as well. So Lukaku at the back and try and turn into a beast this season. Okay. Yeah, Aaron's really good. Really good. Tammy Abraham news. I think Tammy Abraham is expected to join Roma. 5 million plus 35 million in add-ons. I think he's starting to open up to the idea of joining Roma with Jose Mourinho. So if you are to believe those reports, then it looks like he's going to be joining Roma. I just don't see Tammy Abraham staying. He hasn't signed a new contract. He wants to play football. He knows Lukaku's here now, so that's clearly Chelsea's number one striker. Also, we've got Werner, who played ahead of him last season up front. Kai Havertz played ahead of him last season up front. So he's still in the same position he was as last season in terms of pecking order. Giroud's gone, but Lukaku comes in, and Lukaku's even more suited to the formation and to Tuchel's style than Giroud was, because Giroud didn't have the pace. So I think he's literally fourth choice. And we can see that by today. You know, today people were saying, and in the press conference, he said, listen, maybe Tammy will get involved. Maybe he'll be involved. And the fact that Tammy's not starting today just goes to show that he's really not part of the plans, because, you know, we don't have Kai. Werner's not really a number 9 in terms of a low block like Palace. And Mason Mount has not played a competitive game yet, and not started a competitive game, and he still doesn't start Tammy. So if Tammy doesn't go, he's going to find himself in the same situation he was last season, where he didn't play any football. So I expect Tammy to make that decision to go to Roma if Arsenal don't come in for him, and I don't think they will cough up the cash. So it's important that he plays football this season. So I think he'll go to Roma. I think Jose Mourinho had a phone call with him, and he's being persuaded. Okay, so the second half's about to start. I've definitely got better streams than I did last time. Thank you so much, Nizzy, for the plug. Really appreciate it, because I was struggling in the first half and it was really annoying me. And I've got it up on this other screen as well, and that seems to be really good as well. So I might only be 15 seconds behind you lot. I don't know if I'm behind at all. I don't really see any other stream that's going to be faster than this one that I've got up here. I'd be shocked. So yeah, Chelsea up against Crystal Palace. Zaha, expect something from him in that second half. He would have been the one instructed to create something out of nothing, to step up his game potentially. Big up Swag King, big up. All good, bro. Watching the game, enjoying life. This one's a little bit ahead, so I'm going to be watching this one directly in front of me. But I've got two up just in case one fails. So should be an enjoyable second half. Anita is at the game. So guys, when it comes down to what you're used to from last season, you're going to have to definitely expect a different schedule on games, because Anita will be going to some games. And she's also working with Football London as a writer this season. She just signed up for that as well. And Maya and Sam for the preview show that you're used to as well. We're not going to be doing the preview show this season, because again, they're also very busy. Maya just joined Ian Wright's podcast. And obviously it's not lockdown anymore. So a lot of people are going to be out. They're going to be doing jobs. They're going to be going to the games, maybe vlogging them for their own content, etc. So it's not the same situation as last season, where it was lockdown, everybody was at home, so everybody was inside, and then we did loads and loads of streams, and we did preview streams and review streams. We're going to try and do review streams when Anita's not at a game. I don't think she's going to every game. And we'll get Dami in there as well. But what I'm saying is, don't expect review streams every single game, because first of all, I'm doing the watch along this season as well, which I wasn't doing last year. So then to do 3 hours of watch along, or 2.5 hours of watch along, and then do an hour and a half of review is a bit taxing physically and for my voice. So we will be doing review videos as well. And I do want to put more videos on the channel, so we're going to have a better blend of videos and streams. I'll go to some games. Yeah, I'll definitely go to some games, yeah. I can't tell you which ones yet, because I'm not sure, but I will go to some games, but not the initial, not the ones coming up initially. 1-1, Everton 1, Southampton 1. Richarlison's just equalised with a goal. And Everton are back in that game. Jorginho switches the play. Alonso with the shot, good save, really good save on the replay there. Chelsea could have went 3-0 up. Alonso very, very close to getting that third goal. Yeah, it was a really good strike from Alonso. Really good strike. So yeah, I will try to go to some games, and when I go to those games, I'll vlog. Oh, Alonso's free kick over the bar. He's having a good half, Alonso. He really is. Luckily, I get to see it twice because obviously this one's a bit behind. Yeah, just curls over the bar from Marcos Alonso. It's a really good shot from him. Just over the bar. But yeah, I mean, listen, same position as the goal. This one not as accurate, way over actually. But he's definitely man of the match so far, I think, Marcos Alonso, in this match. And I said it at the first half against Villarreal. He had a great first half. He was looking like man of the match there, but then he kind of tailed off in the second half. But Marcos Alonso is definitely been one of our top performers so far in this early part of the season. And that's good to see. We need goals. How's Livramento playing for Southampton if you guys are watching that game as well? I'm seeing a few people put in the chat that Livramento is having a good game, which is really nice to see. No surprise, top player. And I said it on this stream as well. You know, I spoke about Livramento, me and Nini, when Hakimi deal wasn't looking likely and wanting Livramento over Adama Traore. So listen, it's not always youth agenda, Cobham sexual. No, only rate the best. I don't care how many players make it through from the youth team. I just want the best youth players to make it. Only the best ones. If you're not good enough, you don't come through. But Livramento is certainly good enough. So unfortunately, we couldn't keep him, but he's going to be a very, very good player for Southampton this season. And he would have been very good at right wing back as well, being blended in and getting some minutes and getting eased into the team. But I'm telling you, guarantees, him and Tariq Lamptey, they're good enough. And we unfortunately had to sell both. But we've got a buyback on Livramento, so hopefully we exercise that. No, it's a sale, but we've got a buyback. But trust me, like I don't get excited by many young players coming up through the youth academy. I don't. You've heard my thoughts on Charlie Masunda. I've said we need to sell him. You've heard my thoughts on Loftus-Cheek. I think it's going to be very unlikely he gets game time. I don't get emotionally attached to the young players like that much in comparison to the seniors. Like I love all the players. Do you know what I mean? I love all the senior players as well. I don't really mind if you're from the academy or you're not. I don't really have any bias. Jorginho is one of the guys that I defend strongly, and he's not from the academy. So I don't really care where you come from. But when you're a top prospect, then that's why I will root for you so much, because I know that you're gonna make it. And I know Livramento is going to be a top player. I know he is. Got player of the year in the academy for a reason. So hopefully he has a really good year at Southampton. And I've got no problem for us going back in there and getting him, paying that buyback. Ball clipped in, headed away. Headed away. Here's Jorginho now. Good build-up play down the right-hand side. Chelsea keeping the ball, playing well in the second half. The second half has started the same way the first half went. Dominating the game, winning fouls. Mateo Kovacic wins a foul there. I'm just going to get my charger as well for this phone before it dies. But Chelsea have started the second half exactly how they should. You know, that's exactly how they should, as we mean to go on, you know. Dominating, not allowing Palace on the ball, not allowing them to get involved and get themselves back into this game. Still, I have to check the statistics. I have to check the statistics for this match. I swear to God, I don't think Palace have had a shot. Which is quite incredible if that is the case. No way is that true. Palace have still had no shots and no shots on target in this match. Jesus Christ. That's quite incredible, isn't it? No shots. Okay, let me quickly get my charger as well. 1 second. Oh. It's good block from Rudiger. Very, very good block from Rudiger. Jesus. And this is where Chelsea need to be. They need to be careful. This is where Chelsea really need to be careful. Cannot afford to concede or have any sort of issue in that back line. I think that's the first time Palace have really given us a problem in the back line. Great. That's a fantastic block. Unbelievable block from Rudiger. Unbelievable block. And listen, we weren't going to be able to go the whole game without having some sort of defending to do. So we've had a few moments there where we've had to do some defending, and they've done the defending. So that's fine. Good playing out from the back as well with Kova. I'm all right with that. You've got to be able to defend at some point. So it is what it is in that regard, you know. Chelsea have been dominating the whole game up until the 55th minute. They haven't had any issues defensively. They haven't had anything to do. At some point, of course, you're going to have to do some defending. That's just normal. But really, really proud of this performance, because I said in my preview on Twitch with Shane and Shannon, if you're looking for another preview show like I did with Sam and Mayo last season, I've started a Chelsea Premier League preview show for the weekend games on Friday at midnight, a midnight show on Twitch with Shane and Shannon. It was a really good show last night. Both those boys are from America. So it's a bit of an American show as well for the American viewers. If they wanted an American show, of course, we have Eunice and Miz as well. For All You Can Eat Chelsea. So we've kind of got 2 Chelsea shows, one on YouTube, one on Twitch. And that's all scheduled as well. So you can set your reminder on the Twitch schedule. So if you wanted a show that is a preview show to all the Premier League games, like we had for Mayo and Sam last season on YouTube, then if you go on Twitch, if you follow me on Twitch, you'll see me, Shane and Shannon, both really good speakers, both have podcasts and cover Chelsea from America. And great banter as well. Really fun show. And we all have different opinions, completely different opinions as well. So there's a lot of debates going on there as well, which is really good to see. Loads of different opinions. That broadcast unfortunately stopped on that guy's Twitter, so that's a shame. But it was fun while it lasted. At least I'm prepared with a backup. And that's why you've always really got to have 2 streams. It's like going to get tickets at Chelsea. You just need to have multiple tabs open and you need to have multiple tabs open and try and make sure that you cover yourself. Simple as that. Here's Alonso with the throw-in on the left-hand side. Now Jorginho. Kova with some good dribbling out to Alonso. Gets blocked out for another throw-in. And Chelsea 2-0 up, 57 minutes gone. Vieira's got it all to do. Yes, he's got talented players, but he's a young manager. First time in the Premier League. Here's Jorginho. Some good possession here outside the box. Trevor Chalobah. Find some space. Oh my God, Trevor! Oh my God, Trevor! Trevor Chalobah with an absolute screamer. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God, Trevor Chalobah on his Premier League debut with an absolute screamer. Oh, listen, you might have to keep this, brother, you know. You might have to keep this, brother. I'm telling you, he's so emotional. His eyes are closed. He absolutely cannot believe it. Listen, Nathaniel paved the way for Trevor to do a madness in the Chelsea first team on his first game. He's won a Super Cup, and now this has been some week for Trevor Chalobah. Wins the Super Cup in his first competitive game on his debut, and then scores an absolute screamer at home to Crystal Palace in front of a Stamford Bridge crowd that has not been there for 18 months. Off the post and in. That is an incredible finish. Oh my God. Do you know what, people? I've been pretty 50-50. I've been pretty cool with him going out on loan or still getting Koundé. But if you're going to do shit like that, we got to take notice, man. We might have to keep this brother. We really might have to keep this brother. I spoke about Jules Koundé taking advantage of the space ahead of him. I spoke about, you know, if Trevor's going to be able to do that, or is he going to play it safe, which is going to be fine as well because it's his debut. Maybe he's a bit nervous. He takes up that space. He takes advantage of that space. He drives into the middle of the pitch. He's played midfield before, so he should be comfortable in those areas. And he absolutely unleashes a rocket into the bottom corner. Thomas Tuchel, are you watching? If you're watching that, surely... do you know what? I think that might be the strike that changes my mind. Because I really did expect him to go out on loan, but I don't really see how you can't take notice of something like that. Because that right there, if you've got that in your locker, that's what separates you from being a decent right side centre-back that can defend and is comfortable and doesn't make mistakes, to taking advantage of the space ahead of you, scoring, assisting, getting involved in build-up play, attacking, playing progressive passes. If he's going to bring that, then that's exactly what Tuchel wants in that position. So, wow, that is mad. What a strike. Yeah. Bro, I'm not going to lie to you. Listen, if that's what he's capable of, if that's not because it weren't no fluke. It was a proper strike. Let's keep it a buck. It was a proper finish. Right into the bottom corner. Clean as you can get. I'm really happy for him. I'm so happy for him, man. That is ridiculous. What a strike. I'm still in shock, ladies and gentlemen. That is a one hell of a strike. For real. Like, wow. And you know what? The fact that he has played midfield so much for Lorient, of course, we spoke about it on this channel in terms of being a deputy or a replacement for Billy Gilmore as one of the 6 options, because he did play DM a lot for Lorient, and he did play just maybe in a 4-3-3 as well, or in a pivot. He played in a pivot sometimes. Like, they changed formation a lot at Lorient. They played a 4-2-3-1. They played a 3 at the back. Sometimes even a 4-3-3 in moments as well. So he's got experience in playing in a lot of different systems in a top 5 league. And because he's got that experience playing in midfield, he's good on the ball, very good technically, and he's comfortable in midfield position. So his stock is rising very, very quickly. He's a player that I spoke about briefly in terms of replacing Billy Gilmore, but I honestly didn't expect him to replace him. I thought he would definitely get another loan because, you know, Mark Gurhey and other players like that had great seasons as well out on loan. But Trevor Chalobah has just come into this first team in pre-season, and now in these first 2 competitive games, he's absolutely set the world alight. That is an incredible first goal to get on your debut. I can't stop talking about it. I'm shocked. And I'm so happy. Wow. You know, because he's not confirmed to be leaving. You know, it's kind of up in the air. Do you know what? I think we've got to keep that boy. There's something going on there. And listen, Jules Koundé is a great player. So if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to get upset, of course. I'm happy if we bring him in. He's a great player. And obviously, we've got defenders that are running out of contract as well that we have to remember. But when I tell you, I'm really not bothered. Like, very similar to the Haaland situation. I wanted Haaland, but as time went on, I didn't really mind Lukaku at all. I'm happy with either. And I rate Lukaku highly as well. So, like, I really didn't mind who we signed. There's pros and cons to signing Haaland. So the closer it got, the more I was just like, get him or Lukaku, get whoever. I'm happy with both. And at this point, after the way this boy's been playing, I know it's only been a few games, but I'm happy with either. Jules Koundé, Trevor Chalobah, whatever you want. I'll be happy with either. That is... Look at him. He's stepping up here. He's confident. I'm loving this. I am loving this, people. I'm loving this. I'm loving Kova in the number 8. It suits him. Here's Alonso. Blocked. Saved. I can't believe it. And Trevor Chalobah can play midfield. So, again, we haven't seen much of him in that DM position for Chelsea so far in pre-season. So that tells me that we're going to go and get a 4th choice midfielder. But as I said in my video months ago, he can play in midfield. So maybe he could be that solution if we don't sign anyone. Now, like I said, we should still get a midfielder in my opinion. But if we don't forget that he can play in midfield, people. He can play in midfield. This is incredible. I'm so excited. That's one of the best opening day goals for Chelsea that I've seen in terms of excitement and in terms of what it means. And obviously we haven't had fans in 18 months, so that helps as well. Just incredible. Incredible. And obviously his brother played for us as well. So it runs through the family. This is a big moment for him. Christensen sweeps up. Chelsea get back in position. I'm buzzing with that. I'm so happy. Nothing else can ruin my day. You guys are complaining about Timo in the chat. I don't care. I don't care about Timo. I'm just thinking Chalobah. Oh, it was a great pass from Chalobah. Timo. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Now I know why you man are so vexed. Oh, my God. Chalobah plays a brilliant ball. Could have got an assist. And Timo Werner absolutely... Oh, my... This brother, fam. You're killing me today, bro. We could have had a goal and assist in Trevorland. Oh, yeah, I'm angry. Yeah, I get you now. I'm angry. I thought nothing could ruin my mood. Cool. You've just... Oh, my God, fam. Aspilicueta comes off. I can't believe Timo Werner has just wasted that chance. I really can't... Do you know what? I have to tweet. This is ridiculous at this point. What the hell was that? Honestly, I can't believe that. Who came on for Aspilicueta? I missed it there. I'm still angry. Oh, my God. Do you know what? Let me not even do that. Let me not even put negative vibes out into the atmosphere, man. I'm not even doing it. I'm just going to focus on... I'm just going to focus on Trevor. I can't be asked. I actually cannot be asked. I'm just focusing on Trevor. Who came on for Aspilicueta, guys? Oh, James. I thought someone said Dan James. Because I'm watching it on a weird stream where it's not even in English. So that means Jorginho will get captaincy, I assume. See James come on. That's his first minutes. I can't believe that miss. I cannot believe that miss, ladies and gentlemen. That is ridiculous. I think it was a pass. It must have been. I think he was putting it across the box, but there was nobody there. Nobody there. Nobody to pass to. Oh, wow. Wow. Big season for Timo. Big season for Timo. Kova puts it in behind. Good run. Timo Werner can't get it to Alonso. Out for a corner. And like I said, Timo Werner, he makes these really good runs and people do find him, but the finishing, and this is what I'm saying, Lukaku can't force him to finish those chances. Lukaku can't make him finish those 1v1s. He can't. And if he doesn't get his shooting boots on very, very soon, he's not going to be starting as often as he did last season because you've got other options. Chalobah, every time I see him now, I just think I don't think I can actually see this brother leave the club on loan. I think I need to see him all season here. I really do. Because he's got so many things that this team need in terms of positional versatility to play centre mid in that pivot, which he's played, and play free at the back. And if he's got those attacking instincts going forward, which I wasn't too sure about, then bloody hell, man, keep him. Keep him. Because we've seen a lot of players leave. Livramento, Gurhi, Mark Gurhi, who is literally playing now, and I wonder what he's thinking. It would be nice to see a youngster actually get that promotion and one of them come through this season from one of those loans after all of the players we've seen leave. Even Brozier gone out on loan. A lot of people thought he'd be in the squad. Gallagher obviously gone as well. If one of them can make it, that is a big achievement. That's good. If one player makes it every year, bloody hell, we're doing something very right. I think people have forgotten just how far we've come in terms of academy players coming through, in terms of academy players getting a chance. When Diaz scored for Villa, we used to have no academy players in our team since John Terry. Now we've got Christensen, we've got Mason Mount, we've got Reece James, we've got Trevor Chalobah playing in this match. Loftus-Cheek is in the squad. We've got a lot of players, man. We should be really proud. And I keep telling people on other shows, rival shows, when they talk to me about Chelsea's Cobham players being overrated, I tell you no. Billy Gilmore, Hudson-Odoi, talented players. They all might take to the league differently at different times, but they're all quality players. And this is brilliant because not a lot of rival fans would know about Trevor Chalobah, and he's just scored a beautiful goal on the opening day. They're going to get to know. Go on. Reece James there, picking up the ball. It's about time people start putting respect on Chelsea's academy right this instance. Right this instance. Put some respect on it. Put some respect on this academy's name and do it now, because it's not no normal academy. And we're very lucky as Chelsea supporters to have this academy, because if all fails and we can't buy players and we run out of money one day, we've got an academy. And we've got an academy that's fit to compete in the Premier League in terms of keeping that position respectable. If you put together a Chelsea academy lineup, not in all positions, but in most positions, you've got a very good team. In most positions, you've got a very good team. Mark Gurhi, if you was to say him, Trevor Chalobah, and maybe one more at centre back. You're making up a back three there. Livramento, right wing back. Centre mid, you had Gallagher. Mason Mount, you've got in there. Hudson-Odoi in the front three as well. Abraham up front. You can put together a very good team of academy players. Christensen obviously makes up that back three with Gurhi and Chalobah. Reece James. If you want to move Livramento to left wing back, you could put out a very strong damn team of Chelsea academy players. Almost an 11. Here's Pulisic, cuts inside and just over the bar. Just over the bar. Who do you think will drop out of the back three against Arsenal? At the moment, there's no need for anyone to drop out of the back three. I really like that back three. In my prediction, in my preview, before this match, I put out a preview video last night. Poor timing on my part. Apologies to everybody. I put it out when Arsenal were playing. I shouldn't have put it out then, so you probably missed it. But I had Trevor Chalobah, Christensen, and Rudiger as my back three on the lineup 11 app. And I like that back three. You know, it's balanced. Silva, take your time. No need to rush him in if you don't have to. Remember, we're very early in the season. These guys didn't get very long breaks. They had, you know, Copa America. They had, actually, Silva did really, I think, get his break. But a lot of these guys didn't get breaks. So I'm all about player welfare. Look after the guys. If they can have a little bit longer to rest, then let them rest. Everton are 2-1 up, apparently. Okay. Yeah. Like if you can give these players a bit more time, then I'm all for it. I'm all for it, people. I don't want to rush players back for no reason. I think Lukaku, he's been training for Inter. We definitely need him in that starting 11 against Arsenal because, as you can see from our strikers with Timo Werner, we're not clinical up front, and we still managed to get 3 goals. But 2 of those goals have come from defenders, which is kind of what it needed to be. Add Lukaku to this, and you've got a brilliant setup. But Trevor Chalobah, I think I want him to stay, man. I'm starting to get that emotional connection. He's put in a serious finish there today. He deserves it. He really does deserve it. That's the thing. Such a good strike. And by the way, we spoke about it before the stream. Maybe we're not going to be able to get a lot of goals. We're going to struggle. This has been a fantastic opening day for Chelsea. Here's Reece James on the right-hand side. Puts the ball across the box, cleared away. And almost could have had a fourth there. You know, we talk about this team. I spoke about potentially this team not having enough goals in it. And I was very worried. I thought maybe a 1-0. My prediction on Big Six was 2-0. I was ready to bring that down to 1-0 without Ziyech. I really thought we'd struggle to score goals, but the defenders have stepped up and Pulisic has scored as well. And Chelsea have got themselves a really lovely opening day result, potentially, and a really good opening day performance. They've in this second half, they've kicked on. They've continued to keep playing their football, and they've been really good. It's been a really good performance. And there's shouts all over social media for Trevor Chalobah to stay. And I really actually hope he does now. I really hope he does. This is what it's all about. He's ready. He's ready, man. He looks ready. He looks ready. Loftus-Cheek tested positive for the disease when they returned as well, so that's why he's not involved. But yeah. Yeah, I think he looks ready, man. He looks ready. And it would be lovely to see him stay after all of those players that left. Mark Gurhey being one of them. Here's Mark Gurhey on the ball. Listen, you're an enemy now, you're an op. Welcome to Stamford Bridge, Mark Gurhey. Welcome to Stamford Bridge. You know, you chose this life. Welcome to Stamford Bridge. It could get real sticky icky when you're the opposition and you come to the fortress. Welcome to Stamford Bridge, Mark Gurhey. Much love for you, but welcome to Stamford Bridge. This is where you are. You're an op. And, you know, man, them have to get chopped. Man, them have to get chopped. I'm telling you. That is what happens. That is what happens when you're an op. Gilmour versus Liverpool. Gilmour starts. Of course he starts. He's been one of their best players in pre-season. Gilmore is a baller. He's definitely started in that Norwich team. Oh, 100%. If you want Gilmore to get minutes this season, he's going to be starting pretty much nearly every game. Yeah, he'll be starting. He will be starting. I'm going to be on Gilmore watch for sure. He'll be starting games. That's absolutely no surprise to me whatsoever. He's going to be a great player for them. So Gilmore starts against Liverpool. I think it's a 5:30 kickoff. 5:30, Andre. The Chelsea have just been so comfortable. I mean, I want to check out the statistics again. They've just been so comfortable. 64% possession. 3 shots to Palace, 1 on target. 13 shots to Chelsea, 6 on target. Passing accuracy, 92%. Chelsea's passing accuracy today has been incredible. Really has been. (3-0), 10 minutes to go. Palace have a set piece out wide. 3-1 to Everton, it would seem as well. Goal from Calvert-Lewin. That's good to see. He's in my fantasy team. Everton 1 hasn't really got any bearing on us, to be honest. They're not going to be challenging for the same positions as us this season. Chelsea 3, Palace 0. I just want us to keep a clean sheet now. I want us to keep a clean sheet. Mendy, all those defenders deserve to keep a clean sheet. They definitely deserve to keep a clean sheet. So hopefully they keep it. Don't want to see any silly goals conceded now. Do not want to see any silly goals conceded. Head clash, it seems. Chalobah's on the ground. Hopefully he's all right. 14. Yeah, I think he'll be fine. I think Benteke just went into the back of him there. Yeah, he'd be fine. On comes Kai Havertz for Pulisic. That's good to see him back. Obviously, did a lot of game time there in midweek, so he was never really gonna. Start, but good to see him back in the team. Kai Havertz. Let's see what Kai can do. Let's see if we can get him amongst the goals. A 4th would be lovely. It would mean that we have the same goal difference as Man United today, despite a lot of reservations about how many goals we would get going forward. If we was to score one more, a 4-0 win would take us level on goal difference. Not that it matters, but it's always nice, isn't it? It's always nice to match the rivals on the opening day or the opening fixture. It would mean that we take a bit of shine off of their win and everybody would be giving us that praise too. Kai Havertz just in behind here, pulls it back. Oh, good play. As soon as he comes on, instant impact. Good link-up play down the right channel. Gets in behind, pull back. Just nobody there for it. Couldn't find anyone in the end. Werner was kind of tussling with the defender. There was no other option outside that for him. A lot of people want Timo Werner to come off, it would seem. It's what I'm seeing from the chat anyway. (82, 83 minutes gone, 3-0. Really good first game of the season from Chelsea. We've got goals. We've got special moments. We've got, a near enough a full house. Kai, really good. Stuck in there, wins the ball. Lovely play defensively from Kai. Puts in behind for Timo Werner down this left-hand side. Please do something with that. Oh, blocked off by the defender. You might have done. You might have finished, They're done with Timo Werner in the chat. Oh my God, they're done. Man said, I give up. Just go out. Yeah, I mean, after that performance, I would start Chalobah against Arsenal. Yeah, I don't see why not. When someone, I'm always leaning to playing players that are in form. When he's had 2 good games, I don't see why he shouldn't be starting. I'd start him, yeah, definitely. He deserves it. Playing well. Jorginho to Rudiger. Here's Jorginho. Kai. And Emerson's just warming up on the sidelines there. Well, maybe we can do a show with Dami and Nita on Sunday. I'll look into it. See if it's possible to do a show with them on Sunday. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe Sunday night. We'll see what we can do. Alonso comes off to a standing ovation from the supporters. Obviously, he was the one that got the ball in motion with the goal. Curling effort. Really good strike. And yeah, Chelsea 3-0 up here. Chelsea 3, Palace 0. And Emerson comes on for, I think, the final sub. People are wondering how Werner hasn't come off in this game. But it is what it is, people. The outcry and emotion in the chat for Timo Werner is mad. Three minutes to go. Chilwell is, again, he's only just, he's late coming. He obviously had the final in the European Championship, so maybe Tuchel's decided to give him extra rest. Like I said, the players are going to be in different physical conditions, Just because they came back at the same time doesn't mean their bodies have reacted the same way to having all those games in the Euros. So maybe Chilwell is just not physically ready. Simple. His position is very physically taxing, playing at fullback, wing back. But then again, he didn't play many games for England. He didn't play many. I don't think he played any games for England. So I'm not actually sure why he wouldn't be ready, actually, now that I think about it. He didn't play any games at the Euros. If anything, he'd be the one you'd expect to be maybe back first out of him, Mason Mount and James. Because Mason Mount and James maybe played a few more games. So... Yo, I'm going to kill this fly, Don't test me, bro. That is pissing me off. Three 0 89 minutes played. That is pissing me off, fam. There is some mad fly in this room, and it is not okay. Somebody's gonna die. Yeah, game's just filtering out now. A few minutes to go. I don't really expect any more fireworks now. Remember, those players must be tired as well, a lot of them, if they've played the midweek game and now they're playing almost 90 minutes here. So some of them are going to be tired coming towards the end of this game. They've done the job. Hard work was done in the first half. Second half, it was great to see them get that third goal. But job done. Job done. Now they just have to see it out and keep that clean sheet. Really, really good first day at the office. Oh, you man are not impressed with Timo Werner. Oh, things are going to have to die in this room. Can't lie. These insects, isn't it? Yeah. You're lucky you landed on my light, because otherwise I would have dashed something at you, bro. It's cool, though. You're finna die when I get up, though. I hate bees. Fam, come near me again and see what happens to you. I fucking hate this thing right now. It's killing me. Get off, fam, you mad? I swear, fam, it's going to kick off in this room, There's going to be a fight. Come over here again. Come over here again. I dare you. Come on. Come here. I got the controller ready for you, bro. Are you mad? Oh, I hit him there. That was mad. It's about to get violent in this room. Are you crazy? I'm telling you, it's going to get violent if you don't get out of this room, fam. I'm telling you that now. I'm telling you now, if you don't leave this room, it's going to get violent. Please, don't make it happen. I like I watched the B movie. We need to keep the pollen and whatnot going around, but don't do this. Don't do this. Fam, why did you come back? As soon as I dropped the control, I swear to God, it's going to get peak. Watch when this stream's over. Yeah, you're done. Game over. Job done. Chelsea, 3-0 win against Crystal Palace. Goals from Alonso, from Pulisic, and from Trevor Chalobah. Really, 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 really good performance. And it doesn't really get better than that on the opening day, people. Especially when you're lacking that real striker up front that's going to take those chances. Timo Werner, up for question marks again from his performance and some of his misses. But luckily the defenders came in and did the job for us, and really, really good performance. You can't really ask for a better start than that. You really can't. You know, 120 minutes on Wednesday without, you know, our it doesn't really get much better than that, people. So I'm really quite impressed. Someone said Koundé and Chalobah, but it won't be both. It will not be both. This fly is definitely going to pay the price. You're going to pay the price for doing what you're doing today. I'm telling you now. It's going to get so peak if you don't leave this room. I'm telling you now. You don't respect your own life, do you? Oh my God, I'm going to kill you if you come over here again. I'm telling you. You're lucky you landed on the painting. You're actually getting me mad. You're getting me mad. Don't do this. Respect your life. I said respect your life, fam. I said respect your life, fam. What did I just say, fam? I said respect your life. I said respect your life. I will end it here, live and direct. Are you stupid? See, look, you're gone now because you touched that controller. You felt it. I'm telling you, next time it's lights out, you know. You proper felt it there, didn't you? You're actually mad. Joker. Man is actually trying to test me today. I swear to God. This chat is ridiculous. It's not a fly, it's a bee. I think it's a bee. And it's making that buzzing sound, and it's pissing me off, man. It's just so annoying. Oh my God. Anyway, what a performance. What a performance. Job done by Chelsea today. Honestly, it was a brilliant performance. You know, you've got your goals from your defenders. You've got good possession, good passing accuracy from the team as well. They kept the ball. They looked after it. Palace only started to create a few opportunities in the second half, which is to be expected because not only are we going further into the game for our fitness, and that's where Wednesday's going to take its toll, but also Palace are chasing. So they're obviously going to start committing people forward. But, you know, Alonso's free kick, brilliant goal. Pulisic's goal was a little bit scruffy, but again, brilliant for him. He needed that. And then Trevor Chalobah's goal, which I'm waiting on the replay, was just absolutely emphatic. Such a good finish. I really can't complain with that goal from him. What a goal. I want to wait for that replay. Chelsea had good build-up down the left-hand side. They attracted a lot of players to them down there, and then there was a lot of space for Trevor Chalobah, and that's what I was talking about. The right side centre-back position, you got to step forward. You're going to get that space. You're going to get that time to step forward when there's an overload on the left. And Trevor Chalobah, with a fantastic finish into that bottom corner off the post and in. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So big performance from Chelsea. I'm going to go and do my review now. Massive performance. Credit to the team for putting in the work on the opening day when there was some worries, especially from myself going around. And yeah, guys, make sure you smash the likes on the watch along. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new as well. And I'll see you for the review. I'll be putting out the review video very soon. I'm going to go and record that now. In a bit, people. Peace.